Hey, YouTubers, community of Beta Springs. Well, hopefully world. What I want to talk about is my introduction gonna sound egotistical, and somewhat is, but I want to talk about me. I want to talk about the ins and outs of being me. And being me means having cerebral palsy. I will say CP when I refer to cerebral palsy because that's going to lead me into the first topic of conversation is speech and adapting to having a speech impairment. CP takes less energy for me to say than cerebral palsy. Why does that affect me? Why is that a focal point? If I say CP, the next 10 words are going to come out clear. If I say cerebral palsy, the next 10 words might struggle. My product is based on 49 years of living with CP. What is CP? That's for another training. That's for a short video later on down the road. This video is basically wanting to communicate with the world where I am and what I am trying to do. A little about Jeff. I'm from Louisiana. From 20 to 40, I spent in South Carolina, Greenville. I was in retail distribution management. I decided to come back home. What made that decision for me? A lot of pain and a lot of being unhappy with where I was in life. And when I got home, I had a choice to make. I had to look in the mirror and visualize where I wanted to be and how I was going to get to where I wanted to be. And the answer was I had to get in touch with the part of me that really bothered me. And that was having CP. It really bothered me. I never voiced that because I was so busy trying to climb the corporate ladder. And I kept wondering why it is that I kept hitting a brick wall. Well, I never acknowledged who I was and who I was trying to be. I knew who I was, but who I wanted to be, that man didn't have CP. So I made the decision to move back to Louisiana, back home with my family. I needed some support from people who loved me. And it was there that I told myself I had to get in touch with the man in the mirror. And that's exactly how I put it. Well, the man in the mirror wasn't GQ. He wasn't a CEO. He didn't have $1 million in the bank. He was flat broke, jobless, unemployed, and he had CP. Who is he now? I work. I'm almost married. I'm embracing my disability. And this is what this video is about. How many people do you know right now who have a disability? That's question one. Question two, how many people, how many times do you go out and you see people with disabilities? My answer is not enough. And that's on us as a disability community. The third question is, and this is a real big question, I do a lot of employment trainings, and this isn't what this is about, but one thing that I bring up is, what do you want to know that you don't feel comfortable about bringing up to somebody with a disability? Let me give you a quick stimulation. A good-looking person sitting at the restaurant by himself, single, good-looking, he's got CP. What questions are going through your head? What if you fall in love and decide to get married? Will that child have cerebral palsy? That sounds in detail, but that's the depth of my detail that I go into. And I can go into it because one reason, it's my life. This is my life. No, I'm not a spokesperson for people with disabilities, but I am confident enough in Jeff Arseneaux to get out there and answer questions and empower people with disabilities to invite those hard questions. I want the detailed questions. I want the how'd you button up that shirt just now? And I will give you an honest answer. Now, I do a lot of employment trainings. I spoke to big companies and small companies. This is how I make a living. I wanted to revamp this YouTube channel as a tool to go forward with perception. Perception is a key word in my business. I want to know what you're thinking right now. Right now, 6 minutes ago when I started talking, what were you thinking? Now in 3 minutes, look in the mirror and measure what you thought 10 minutes ago versus what you think now. I travel. If you give me a call, look me up. My website's callonjeff.com. Look at my website. Look what I have to offer. If you own a business and you would like to hire me to come do an hour talk, motivational talk about what it's like being a disability, or just brainstorm on the phone about what's some things on your mind. The key to this is my playbook. It's not a script. It's not something somebody wrote for a collegiate curriculum. My playbook is 49 years of living with CP. Callonjeff.com. Go out to dinner. Look around. Look for people with disabilities. When you see one, think about what goes through your head. Think about those questions. Then call on Jeff. Check out my kind of what I'm trying to do. I want to get what's going through you guys' head, and I want you to flood me with questions, and I want to start making 5 and 10 minute videos based on the questions. Thanks a lot. Y'all have a good day.